So Joseph said to me during my reading, he said, you know what? Your brother is very proud of you. And that really touched me. And I said, why is that? And he didn't know about my heart. And he said, there was a painting that you gave someone, and I'm seeing your family on it, and the person you gave it to didn't accept it. And I was like, wow. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He told me some other closure about my mom and my brother. The next day, I was in the garage, and I find this ugly-ass painting that I had given to my sister, and it didn't go with her decor, so she gave it back. And I had a cartoon, my first pop art, of me, my sister, my brother, and the one that passed, and he was glowing. And it was crazy, and I'm like, this is the painting. I love this guy. So then I started having some health issues, and I heard about his healing that he does. And the first time I went to him, I was just feeling really nervous. My eyes were closed, and I'm like, you know, I know him, but I don't know him, and he's touching me and breathing near me, and, you know, I'm doing these affirmations. And then I just started bawling my eyes out. And he called me an hour later, and he said, how are you feeling? And I said, I barely even remember being there. Like, I just felt like a weight was lifted. I felt good. I had a lot of pain in my shoulder and neck from an accident, and it was gone. So I said, I'm coming to you every week. So I started going to him bi-weekly, and it's been probably about 6 months now. And I feel amazing. And when I don't go, I feel like there's something going to happen to me that day, and I need to come in and see him. So Joseph is part of my family now. He is my extended family, since most of my family had passed from cancer. So I can't say enough about him. And honestly, I'm speaking from the heart. He really has changed my life and made me more spiritual, and made me really live in the current and live in the now, and really try to touch people's lives by bringing them to him, so they can have some peace in their families and peace within themselves and in their soul. So thank you, Joe. I appreciate that so much. Love you.
Thank you.
What I remember is my favorite uncle in Hungary came through, and I'm Hungarian, and Joe does not know how to speak Hungarian. And he tried to say what my uncle, I used to always ask my uncle to make me scrambled eggs, and it's called toyash. And he was trying to say it. He sees the babushka, he was talking about the Hungarian stuff, and they said toto tayash. We were trying to say what he was saying, and that was just amazing.
He was trying to teach me Hungary.
He was trying to teach me that.
It happens. I'm trying to get a spirit to teach me Spanish right now. Thank you for sharing, Marchie.
So I had a reading with Joseph, cleared up a lot of questions that I had about a death of my uncle, a death of my grandma. He was spot on about everything, said exact words of a brand of watch that I took off of my uncle when he passed away that not many people knew, so that's what made me a believer in the whole reading. So yeah, he's the real deal.
Tonight at 11, it's a question we've all asked. Is there life after death?
Definitely yes, it is a real deal.
Doubter? Believer? Still not sure? News Channel 5's Marcy Gonzalez gets her own answers from a local medium who many swear is the real deal. See for yourself tonight on News Channel 5 at 11.
Steve, thank you. If you had the chance to communicate with someone who's passed away, would you do it?
There's a psychic medium in our area, some call one of the best in Florida in reaching the spirits. News Channel 5's Marcy Gonzalez got a reading and tells us how he does it and why some swear he is the real deal.
Your dad comes in, says he loves you.
Messages.
Your mom is worried about you. She loves you.
From beyond the grave.
It's just kind of like in a peace in a way.
The peace and closure so many hope for after a loved one passes. Some say they get from this man.
I just speak what I hear, and I don't hesitate.
Joseph Labruto III is a psychic medium, named one of the best in the state by MediumChannel.com for what they say is his incredible ability to channel spirits.
All of a sudden I would feel a male or female vibration, energy. I will sense a name or initial. I will sense how they died.
He shares what he senses in one-on-one sessions and at group readings.
He'll hear the message, but then you're going to have to help them figure out who they're for.
One of those messages at this event in Boca Raton was for Angelica Hernandez.
Crashed in a plane because of difficulties. Right there. Who hit a mountain? Right there. He couldn't get the plane level and he went down. That's what happened.
That's what happened, Hernandez says, to her first husband, whose plane crashed into a mountain in Venezuela 16 years ago, while she was at home pregnant with their son.
He watches you all the time, especially the boy. He watches the boy all the time.
Hernandez says she didn't give those details to anyone before the reading, and now with those reassuring words, she is a true believer.
To me, it was very impressive the way he picked up so many things about someone that he didn't know or he didn't know anything about.
Skeptics accuse Labruto of using a tactic called cold reading, essentially using generalities in hopes that something will stick. It's a claim Labruto denies.
There's so much validation that the messages I give to people that you can't be making it up, that it has to be a gift.
A gift Labruto says he's proven to hundreds of clients, including Hernandez.
Definitely, yes, it is a real deal.
And that he feels is a true testament that love lives on, even after death.
The truth is, it's we who need the healing and the closure to move on. And the ones on the other side know this. And if they feel that they can come through, just to say hello and just to say they're okay, that it will help this person here on this side to cope a little bit, that they know that their loved ones are still with them, that they'll see them one day.
Labruto does sessions in his Boca Raton office by phone and hosts a weekly radio show. For the details, we have a link to his website on ours, WPTV.com. Marcy Gonzalez, WPTV News Channel 5.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, here we go. Take a breath.
Wow.
Always relaxes me.
Now, I've been freezing up over here for some reason. It seems like when our room gets filled, my internet slows up, but I got it plugged. So I went and unplugged all my Wi-Fi stuff out there just now.
Oh, okay. Well, I can see you loud and clear now. I feel like we have.
Good. So if I freeze up, you know what's going on. So we have another Wednesday here.
Another Wednesday. Hi, everybody.
Wednesday.
Welcome to Wednesday, midweek. How is everyone feeling right now? Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, not an hour, just right now. We have to remember we can always handle what's happening right now.
And that's the important thing. What's happening right now is the most important thing on there. So
yeah. Because, you know, we always have a lot of stuff, external stuff, Joseph. You know what I have going on. I have so much external stuff going on right now. And if I were to swim in that and live in that and let that get into my head, I wouldn't want to get out of bed right now. So I just don't. That external stuff is out of my control, and I got to love it because it's part of life. And it's one thing I can count on is there's always going to be stuff, you know, but it's how we get through that stuff that matters. That's how we get through it.
There's always stuff. We just have to know how we handle that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. So, wow.
Well, I loved seeing that. I have never seen that before, Joseph. That was beautiful. I loved it.
Oh, the news thing. And
yeah.
I went into the archives. I started pulling up some old stuff that I did.
I love that.
Good. See, I'm frozen now.
You are, you know, well, you went black last week. Did you figure out why you went black on our show?
I don't know. This is driving
Let
me.
me just make sure.
So.
All right. I don't know how to tell whether you're black right now.
No, I can see it now. I'm good. I'm good on the video now, but I'm freezing up again. So I'm going to go ahead and let you talk a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can do something on my end.
Okay, well, you go ahead because I'm going to bring someone on from Monday's show because I got to follow up with her.
That's right.
Christine, and I see her. Yeah, so I'm going to bring her on when she's ready. Hi, Lola. There you are. So Joseph's got to do his thing, so. Hello.
We'll fill the space.
We'll fill the space. We have no problems with that. Okay, so I didn't know that this was going to happen, right? And I finished my show and I finished my readings. And I don't know if you were towards the end. I feel like I had a couple more readings, but after I got off the show and I went and grabbed the dogs and I went outside, I usually always take a little bit of downtime. And there was like all sorts of like people in my head. I think it was maybe your mom and your dad. You have some family members over there and they were like all talking. So, and then this is what they kept saying, something about the siblings. So when you said that you had lost siblings, did you meant here, there's a disconnect here?
Yes.
Here. Okay. So there's a whole like speech I have to say. Okay. Hold on. Let me get started. They're like, this is not going to be something that's going to be easy for her. This is not going to be something that she's going to really want any part of at all. This isn't something that she may even want to do in this lifetime. They actually put that in there, in this lifetime. And I was like, really? In this lifetime? It's like a lifetime thing? And they said, well, make sure she knows that that it's okay, but that we have to say this to you. So they're really, really concerned with that separation that's happening. They really, really, I mean, they were loud about it. Like talk. Like this can't continue. We don't want to see her live her life like this. Now here's the hard part. And they said she's probably, you know, not going to want to do this ever, but I have to say it anyway, because they haven't left and since then. So yeah, they haven't stopped. So, and I know you probably know exactly what I'm about to say, but okay, well, let me give you, they're like, tell her what happened to you. So I have a story. I have three sisters actually. And recently some circumstances came up where, you know, similar to yours. I mean, probably not similar, but the situations to where I was like, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. I'm going to live my life without these people in it. And I had made that decision. And it was on like a Sunday. And, you know, I called a friend and I was like, I think I'm finally at the point where like, I'm not going to live with these people in my life anymore. And, you know, that was a freeing thought for a moment, you know, just for one moment. Now it didn't feel good, right? It didn't really feel good. I still had that real pit, that heaviness, that pit in my stomach of what that would mean to live without these people in my life. And I felt this very warm, kind of calm relaxation come over me and said, Kristen, what would love do? And I'm like, okay, that's such a cliche. And I just kept hearing, what would love do? Kind of like, what would Jesus do? What would what would love do? And I was like, well, I mean, all right. I mean, if I'm going to answer that honestly, love is gonna forgive, is gonna forgive these people. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm not ready for that, because these people have hurt me. They've hurt my soul. They've hurt my heart. They've broken my heart, you know? And I heard again, but what would love do? And I'm like, okay, so if I'm going to approach this situation with love, someone has to wave the white flag, you know? And I had a choice to make: either live my life without these people in it, or decide to wave the white flag. Now, I've done a ton of spiritual work for many years. So my full-time existence is spiritual work. So I've done spiritual work, I would say, for probably 10 or 12 years, which is probably the only reason why I was even close to even considering being able to take a step like that, right? Because if you haven't done the work, there's no way you could possibly imagine forgiving certain things that are almost unforgivable. So I'm going to let you know, because I did it. I made the choice to not only forgive them, but to reach out. And I reached out very quietly and slowly, because in the past, I have reached out with open arms. I've let them back into my life, and that hurt, because they will not change who they are. They cannot change who they are. So having said that, I found it in my heart to accept them for who they are, to forgive them for choices and decisions and things that were made. But I did reach out. I did wave that white flag. Surprisingly, the gratitude that I felt from them was a shock. It was the greatest gift that I've ever given myself, because now, remember, I don't have open arms. So it's not like we're not, oh, Sundays, Fridays, Mondays, Tuesdays. It's not like that. It's not like that. But that love is there. That forgiveness is there. That I'm going to let the past go for real is there. I'm not forgetting. So it's not like I'm just bringing them back in to crush my soul or heart again. But I can tell you that it was such a big decision that I made, and such a huge choice that I made. And I have to let you know, it was the right one. It was the healthiest decision that I've ever made. And inside of my soul, the freeness, the pain is almost gone. The love is there. And I feel so much freaking better about myself. Because I did the right thing. I took the higher ground. I allowed my spirit to evolve, because I don't want to go through this again in my next lifetime. And this is where they told me that if I don't work this out right now, I'm going to be right back there. And I'm like, I don't want to do it again, please. And my mother, I'm going to be right back with all of them. I'm like, I'm going to forgive them all, heart, soul, every cell of my being. And I'm going to love them for real, because I don't want to do this all over again. So having said that, I have taken my little baby steps of allowing them, mind you, there's still 100 feet in between us, but it's 100 feet of true love and true understanding and true forgiveness, without knowing that they're not going to change. They're not going to change, you know? So I'm not like, I'm not relying on them. It's not like I'm calling them to pick my kids up, because that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's not. But I'm going to see them. I'm going to go on Sundays. I'm going to see them. I'm going to love them, and I'm going to remember who they are, but I'm going to love them. And your whole team on the other side was not letting this go. And they were really kind of like, we don't want this. We don't want to see the separation. And they kept saying, it's for you. It's for you. It's for her. And that
because I think it bothers me. It doesn't bother them. And I have forgiven them, because that's not who I am. I can't hold on to that. But it still hurts.
I know. I think there's some more work that has to be done in this area, and I want you to keep working on it. And they did show me, they showed me this is affecting your soul, you know, and I think it doesn't, there's some work, and they're like, there's some repair, it can be fixed. It can be fixed. That separation doesn't have to be there for the rest of your life. But they also told me this isn't going to be something that's going to just, okay, let's do it. It's like, it's all I'm asking is just to consider consider what else can be done.
Something more. Yeah.
Yeah, just because they would not stop, and they will not stop, and they have been and they were showing me the video. Show her what just happened to you. Tell her what. I mean, they went on, and I was like, okay, I almost called you that night because I was like, I'll talk to her on Wednesday. I promise.
And I'm like, no, call me now.
I know, and I wanted to, but I was in the middle of all sorts of not fun stuff, and I don't want to bring that energy in here.
No,
So I just needed to.
Family was very important to my family, my parents.
Okay, I can hear that. I mean, they're very.
My parents adopted 4 children, and for that to go,
they really aren't happy about it.
It's heartbreaking.
They're not. Yeah, they're really upset about it. Like I heard them both together. Like, hey, we don't want this. We really, really don't want this. You know. So, and I'm like, well, they're not waving the white flag. They're not going to come to you. They're not going to reach out. Mine isn't going to reach out either. I'm the one who has to do it. In fact, it's almost a thing where if I never called them again, they'd probably never call me again for the rest of the day.
You know, I send random texts and I'll give like a heart back and stuff like that. So I'm okay with that.
I had to. So it was the first time I'd ever spoke about the elephant in the room. I had never done that before. I had never kind of stood up just a little bit for myself without too much, because too much they'll just leave and that will hurt even more. But just a little bit of saying, hey, some of the things that have happened hurt me. And I did have to say, you know, I love you guys so much, and and I had to bring love into the situation. I had to say it, and it was really hard. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, actually.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I did it, and I was proud of myself, and I felt good afterwards. So I guess that's why your parents probably came to me to tell me, because they're like, you know how she's feeling, you know.
She cried on you, Kristen. She cried.
Yeah, I heard them both like a little married couple, like talking, like she has to do this, and this is it, and I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
I know.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know how it goes, okay? Well,
okay, appreciate you. Bye.
Okay, bye, babe.
Hey, Kristen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you doing okay?
No, I'm trying everything. You see my hands at slow motion here. As long as you can hear me, I can go ahead and do readings anyway. So
there's no way to figure out. Oh, hi guys! We have a full room today.
It is a full room. It's packed, and people are trying to get in, and I don't know what's happening with my internet. All of a sudden, I'm just freezing up.
Okay, well, did you see our comments? Let me see who we have. Just so
go ahead, and I'm going to try one more thing right here.
Okay, perfect. So
everyone, back.
I do want. Okay, you'll be back. I do want to let you know that our comments section is a little bit glitchy the last 2 sessions for some reason. We're not sure why. So we can read your comments, but we can't comment back on your comments. So I do want to let you know who I see. I see Tina, and I see a name, Amanda Marie Sereno. So I'm not sure if she wants a reading for her or for Amanda. And how are you both tonight? We are doing lovely, aside from some mechanical glitches. I see Jill. Hi, Jill. Always good to see your lovely name. Jessica Warren. Hi, nice to see you, Jessica. Kim. And Tina says, Joseph, you're not freezing. Come back. Okay, so I have Paula. He says, my husband just passed away. Will I be all right? What does my future hold now? And thank you. Okay, so if your husband just passed away, will I be all right? I'm so sorry that your husband just passed away. And of course you're going to be all right.
I tell you what, I'm here. If you can hear my voice. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm gonna put my there we go. My little guy here.
Your little guy.
There we go. And we're just gonna do my voice. If you can't hear me, just let me know. And okay, Paula left that note about her husband just passed away.
Yeah, I figured. And then she wants to know the future, but maybe you can talk to her a little bit. She says, my husband just passed away. Will I be all right? And you know how crushing that can be when that person.
It is one day at a time, Paula. It's hard when we lose the person who we love and who are there for a long time. I just feel like there's a special connection between you two. I felt that you have been there for him, that you have helped him through hardship or health reasons too, as well. And when someone is sick and working and helping someone and they go, sometimes we're left with this wide void. The only thing I can suggest is just going to take one day at a time. And this is how the healing begins. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I just want to say one more thing to Paula. Paula, you know, this physical body with skin and blood, when it dissolves and goes back to the earth, our soul and our spirit, it doesn't go anywhere. In fact, it doesn't go anywhere so much that exactly the person that you're talking to right now, and you can hear my voice, is exactly the same person who once they just drop this like body, they are still there. In fact, our souls are so big that the moment like the body that's holding our soul in dissolves, our soul just encompasses us and it's all around us. And you know, my soul left my body one time, so I can actually say that this happened once. My soul left my body. It was during surgery. I had a very deep sedation. It floated up to the ceiling. I watched the surgery happen. And you know what? I even cursed and I said, oh shit, I shouldn't be here. And I thought my soul just cursed and it sounded just like me. Like it was just like me. And there I was watching my body down at the bottom of the thing, but it was just like me. So that's happened to me. So I know that our soul just pops right out of our body and it's exactly the same. Having said that, what I would like to let you know is that your husband hasn't gone anywhere. And that's probably the biggest message he wants you to know right now is he is not gone. He has not left you. He will never leave you. He's not far away in heaven, cross away in some other veil. He is right here, right next to you. And he's sending you lots of signs and lots of symbols. He's sending you messages every day. He is letting you know that he's around you all the time. Stuff on the radio, little lights, little birds, little flickers, little lights. You will know that he's there. Just allow that communication to happen. He's sorry that you can't actually physically see him anymore, but he wants you to know that he's there, and he wants you to keep talking to him and know that he's there too. Okay, something important.
Okay.
Oh, and I see you're a light worker. Oh, and you're a light worker, Paula. So get in touch with us again because you have some real abilities in this connection. So you have lots of your guides are talking to you constantly. And you're a master creator here on the earth. All right, I'm done with Paula.
Okay, so let's go see if we can pick out a name here at the bottom. I'm frozen, but maybe I can just kind of work my way through here.
I see your mouth moving, Joseph. It's moving where I can see you. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm waving my hand at you. Can you see my hand waving?
No.
You're gonna see it catch up in a minute. I just waved about 5 seconds ago or 10 seconds ago.
Oh, there! I wave. All right,
I'm a delay. I'm in the afterlife here. As long as you can hear me, that's fine. And I got these little chips. The room is filled. Whoever's calling in, we have a lottery system. I'm going to pick a number. When you have your reading done, afterwards, please hang out from the reading room. Disconnect from the reading room so we can allow other people. People are trying to call in, and this way we can let a new person go through. Doesn't matter when you call in because it's a lottery system we have going here. Now, for those of you who want to touch with your loved ones, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. See your loved ones. Picture them coming into this room. Invite them here. That's very important. All right. I got number 3, and I have a Kelly here. So we're going to bring Kelly up into the room on here. So we're going to prepare Kelly before we bring her up. And there she is. Hello, Kelly. Kelly.
Hi.
How are you? Welcome.
Thank you.
Good. Have you been on the show before? Or is this the first time?
This is the first time.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
How can we help you today?
Do you have any messages from any loved ones?
Now, I'm a direct dial, so if I know a relationship of a person, I can look them up quicker. I do this when I do a show like this, so I don't bring people through that, you may know. I like to bring the ones you like to hear from first. So without giving me names, just a relationship. Who would you like to hear from?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather. Okay, and where are you calling from, by the way?
West Palm Beach, Florida.
You're in our neck of woods. Okay.
Yeah.
And welcome to the show, Kelly.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna, Kristen, I'm gonna bring you down. I want to see if I freeze up a little bit. I want to try something. I'll bring you back up again.
Okay.
All right. No, I'm still frozen. Okay, I'm gonna bring her back up. Gonna keep you there, Kristen. All right. I'm just gonna take my camera off, and if you can't hear me, Kristen, just say something, okay?
Okay.
All right. So you're just gonna see my my little.
Frozen. You do. I can't. At least we get to see your cute face.
Okay. So what you're gonna do is, well, my face is just making all this stuff. Here, you can see my little emoji guy.
All right. I'll take your.
I'll take my little emoji. There we go. Come on, little emoji. There he is. My little hello emoji. Kim, sorry about that. This internet, I'm just trying to get it through. So we'll just do it like a telephone here. What I'm feeling about your grandfather is that he's the type of person that you used to hang out with all the time. I just felt like there was a close relationship between the two of you. He used to do everything for you. And what I'm hearing him saying that he's calling you Kimmy. Did he ever go by Kimmy when you were little too?
No.
I'm hearing little. Who called you Little Kimmy? Is there anybody who called you Little Kimmy? Because that's what I'm hearing right now. Little Kimmy. Nobody.
Nobody.
I have a male here who's telling Kimmy. Did you go to high school, or did you go to somebody who overdosed or anything like that who referred to you as Kim or Kimmy?
No.
All right. Do you know anybody, a male, who you know who has to apologize about how they died?
Apologize to me how they died. I mean, I have a lot of friends that passed away, so
It's a male friend.
I mean,
Anybody who took their lives or overdose. That's what I'm hearing. If you can't come up with it,
I know a few, but none of them ever called me Kimmy.
all right, that's fine. But you know a few of them, right? Who committed suicide that was close to you?
Suicide? I mean,
Yes.
that's close to me.
I have a male who
with
took
suicide, but overdose.
I have a male who had addictions and overdose, and he could have. He might as well just took his own life because of what he did. He said that he had no control, and no matter what anybody said to him, he didn't stop. So he might as well just took his own life because he was warned about this. Can you relate to this person?
Like I said, I know too many.
So there's a few of them then, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. This is who's coming through first. Okay. Normally the ones that need help or in pain are the ones who would come through first. And this is who I'm feeling right now. What they're telling me is one of them is saying, or a few of them are saying, thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for helping me get through the worst of times. And you have meant so much to them that you gave them hope and inspiration at times. And this is what they're telling me. So if it's a few of them out there, I'm going to just talk for all of them then on there, because this is who I'm feeling right now. There's one that had a special attachment to you. I don't know if there was a relationship with you or if he loved you or something like that, but there's one here too, who wants to, showing me butterflies for you too. And butterflies are very important for some reason. Anybody had a tattoo with wings or anything like that that you recall? That's okay. I know you wanted to talk to your granddad, but I'm just bringing all these gentlemen, these men in. There's all these men, because this is the most important thing, is because they want to let you know how much of an impact that you made in their lives. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to bring Kristen in here.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So I have a couple interesting things. So sorry. Number one, I'm going to start with all the good stuff. you are a master creator here on this earth. So you actually have similar abilities, light worker abilities and empathic abilities that I have, that Joseph has, and we don't really know what your abilities are yet until you kind of study them a little bit. Are you aware that you have a connection and you have messages? Sometimes you know things before they happen. You can feel the things of others. You can kind of sense things with, you know, stuff like that.
Actually, no, but I'm so into this. I'm very fascinated with it.
You have real abilities. So your fascination, that's your soul's way of letting you know that they would like you to develop these gifts a little further. So in the beginning of us learning, I'm here validating right now that you have the ability to communicate with your guides if you so choose to learn how to do this. There's lots of ways that you can start learning. First of all, study what it means to be a light worker, study what it means to be an empath, and begin to find some spiritual teachers online that you feel you can relate to. You're not going to relate to all of them right off the bat. There's going to be different levels of your development. Dr. Wayne Dyer is a really good one to start with, but there's other ones that are good in the first level of just kind of getting introduced to what this means exactly. And then from there, you'll kind of grow. I am showing that there, okay, so now let's go to the medium level here. So your and when I say this, I don't mean it to sound, you know, bad to anyone, but you're basically a lion amongst sheep. And forgive me for saying anything bad about your people, because I'm not, but you're different than a lot of the people that you're around. So a lot of the people that you're around are at a different vibrational pattern and a different vibrational level than you are. So a lot of times you're kind of sitting back and observing, but having not like a whole lot of relating. You're not like relating necessarily with a lot of the people that are around you. And it's not allowing you to grow and develop into these abilities because you can't share with them how you're feeling. So what I'd like you to do, right, on top of that is there's a thing called Meetup. And Meetup is like this little group thing, and you go on it, and I want you to find other people that are maybe a little bit like you. You're going to listen to your inner voice, and you're going to begin to gain this relationship with you. So I don't want you relying on anyone else to tell you what to do. I want you to turn all that energy around, start talking to yourself and say, okay, what do you need? How does this feel? Does this group work for me? And I want you to begin to find people that are resonating vibrationally with you. So I'm trying to wake the sleeping lion in you. Stop trying to relate to people who aren't like you. They're always going to be in our lives, but they're not like you, and that's okay. Having said that, so there's an energy that's around you. I don't need to say who it is, but it's not necessarily healthy for you. So it's a little bit of an obstinate energy. It's an energy that's not really conducive to the growth of your soul, and it's kind of stopping your soul from expanding and growing and from you walking the path that you were destined to walk. So there's a little bit of projection going on, meaning that you're interacting with each other, and there might be like on the surface level things are fine, but deeper down they're really not. There's some things that have happened to you in your past that you've not been able to let go of, and you're holding on to those, and those things that you're not able to let go of, they're blocking how you're living right now and the decisions that you're making right now. They're affecting your life. So I'd like to ask you to work on going back and letting go, figuring out how to let go and digest. A lot of forgiveness there has to happen, and we can't go back and change the past. We can't go back and make things different. We cannot. That is a fact of life. So some of this energy is a bit of a suppression to your soul, and this journey that you're about to take in your destiny to loosen up your soul and to let your path flow is one that will be taken alone. Okay? And you're not alone, and we are here, and we want to free up that energy so it gets moving again and flowing again, because you have such a beautiful life ahead of you. Look, I want to show you. Look at her. She's like on a lily pad in the middle of the stars. And this is your destiny, but this is where you're at right now. Don't get upset at me for showing you this card, okay? This is where you're at right now. And this is where I want you to be. Okay? So we need to free this up and get this going. And I want you to check in with us. And I want you to keep in touch with us. and I want you to do your studies. So when you get up in the morning, this is going to be something that you choose to do by yourself, right? This is an internal thing. Don't share this with anyone else. This is for you. Find those meditations. Like I was telling people, I listen to them on my headphones. So I have my phone, I have my headphones, and on here it's like talking to me about healthy things, spiritual things, light worker things, things that are healthy for me right now. You're gonna need that to get through this next little phase of your life. It's gonna be very important. But with you finding that, with you making an effort to find that light, you're gonna be okay, and it's gonna be everything. Your life's gonna be everything that you need it to be.
That's really good to hear. I needed that.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on. And check in. Promise me you're not going to disappear. You're check in with us. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mwah. Okay. Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
All
Bye,
right.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Joseph, did I lose you? Did I lose you, Joseph? Okay, he's probably clicked off. All right, guys. You know what? I'm going to call Eileen. Eileen. Oh, but Eileen, let me see, add to stream. Were you hoping? Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Welcome. Christina was like, please, Christina, please call Eileen. She's a dear friend and she's visiting. And have you ever been on the show before?
No.
Okay. Were you hoping to reach one of your loved ones?
My mom.
Okay. So that's Joseph's apartment. Joseph gets to reach moms, and I get to do, I don't know what I do exactly. Y'all have to tell me what I do. I'm not entirely sure how to call it that. But I'll give you a reading anyway while we're waiting for Joseph, because I don't know where he went. And then we'll make sure that that when he comes on, we'll give him a second and see that he can read your mom. All right, darling, take a breath for me. Okay.
I think I'm here.
You're back.
Yeah, but I'm still frozen. It might be the I turned everything off. I rebooted. I turned off my computer. I just tried everything. I even unplugged all my Alexas in the house.
And what about not using that green screen thing?
Nah, green screen has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. Okay, so I'm gonna let you, Joseph. I want you to read for Eileen, but I just pulled some cards for her, so let me read, and then I'm gonna let you read. She wants to reach her mother, but I'm gonna just give her a little bit of stuff first. Is that okay? Just because I just pulled them.
Go ahead. I'm gonna try taking that green screen background. Try it too. Go ahead and read through.
All right, perfect. Okay, Eileen. Let's see. Why is it just me in this big old shot? I don't want to see me. I'm like, oh wait, I like this one. No, isn't this one pretty? And you know what? I like. Oh, hold on, I got something that I really like that makes me feel good. This one. Yay! Okay, it's a rainbow. All right, Eileen. So I have some really, really cool things to say. So you have the potential to be a spiritual master here on this earth, you're actually an ascended master. So you don't have the ability. You are an ascended master here on the earth. And not everyone pulls this card. So there's a couple cards. There's like a creator card and a master card. A master card is a little more limited and a little more unique. And not everyone pulls it. It's actually a little more rare. Now, many times that doesn't mean that we haven't landed. Okay, we're like these beautiful seeds, and sometimes on earth these seeds fall. Hi, green screen.
That's what it is. You figured it.
I know. Listen, I love you, and I am so excited that you have your new toy, but I don't like your green screen. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to flip everything over again to the other
All right,
side. Okay, go ahead and do the reading, and I'll come back in.
Okay. All right. So what I would like you to consider is that your energy is very powerful here on this earth. Your energy is needed here on this earth. Your healthy energy and your healthy vibrations actually have the ability to spread like loud, clear, and wide. Having said that, that doesn't mean that we haven't kind of landed in an interesting life situation. So there's a few things that have to be cleaned up to free up your energy. But I do see, again, I see light worker maturity, and I see a I see a breakthrough, and I see your integration of light. So you have high power light worker stuff. All right, so now we're going to talk about the little things that are in the way. What is that?
No, I'm moving so I can sit.
Was that you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's me.
Joseph?
Oh,
Okay.
he's moving too.
He's moving too.
I am moving.
Okay, so Eileen, there's a little bit of comparison energy happening in your life. So, and we all do this sometimes. Like, for example, there's this beautiful blonde girl, and she's a light worker, and she's a reader, and she's a healer, and she's like, oh my God, I just bought myself a nice red Mercedes, and I'm looking at her like, wow, she's amazing. I don't know if I'll ever get there. So there's a little bit of comparison where we're not feeling like we're maybe as accomplished, or as we haven't reached our goals maybe as much as other people. And so we're kind of looking at other people, perhaps sometimes thinking that they're a little better than us. And that blocks your beautiful, listen to me, I can guarantee you bring all those people that you think are better than you, and they're not pulling this card. I can almost guarantee you 100% they're not pulling this card. So don't be confused about who you are. You are super powerful. You are super freaking special here on this earth. And just because they might have the, I don't know, the makeup on or whatever, the fancy purses, you know what I'm saying, or the cars, they are not you. They are not you. They will never be you. They probably can't even take one step in your shoes. Having said that, you also have some energy that's actually physically around you that's suppressing your energy. So what happens with higher powerful light workers, such as yourself, there's another energy around that tends to like to suppress our energy, because if our energy were really free flowing, we'd be so powerful that we'd actually make a major difference on this world. And so there's energies around you that are put in place to kind of block that from happening. So I want you to keep in mind that there is external energies that are trying to block your energy from moving on that I would consider unhealthy for your soul. And they're in your environment right now. Now, what that means is we can't just go and change our environment like this. It doesn't work like that. But I do want you to start studying some of this stuff and start looking up this stuff, start reading a little bit more about it, because that's your armor, that's your shield, that's your protection. That's how you're going to shine your light and heal your light and heal your energy the way we need it to be healed. So that energy outside of you needs to disconnect. You need to not let it into your soul anymore. And the only way to do that is really study how to get that done. Create the bubble, put the mirror. There's meditation practices, armor, because this energy is like, go here and go there, and it makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells. It makes you feel like you can't do anything right. And that energy is not healthy, and it makes you feel a little isolated as well. You feel isolated and a little cut off and kind of alone. Mm-hmm. None of this is who you're meant to be. This is not your destiny. This is not your path. And this energy, because you're such a high, powerful light worker, you soak it up like a sponge. You're like a glass, you're like an empty glass of water. And if you don't know how to fill that cup with your light and your health and your energy, they're gonna fill it. They're gonna fill it for you, and they're gonna fill it with a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't belong to you. That energy is not yours. So how you're feeling right now, that energy does not belong to you. It is not yours. You didn't generate it. It was put into you. And I want you to figure out how to get it out. Get it out of you. Not your energy, okay? So no more isolation, no more comparing yourself. Get that suppressive energy away from you. You're a lion. You need to fight for this. And get that burden stuff away from you, okay? So you have an amazing destiny ahead of you. You are not where you're meant to be right now. You have a whole lot of stuff coming your way, okay?
Yep.
Keep in touch. All right, Joseph.
I need to center. So thank you for calling, Elaine.
Thanks.
Try next time. I know what I'm doing now, so try to come back on next time. And when I get myself centered, I will do the reading for you.
Okay.
There. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Kristen, I'm going to bring you up here because I need to. I gotta get myself balanced.
Is there a green screen behind you, or is this just you?
This is my background here.
Thank God. Thank God. I was like, I can't tell a man that his new toy sucks. I can't do it.
But you know, I was doing Zoom readings. I did Zoom parties with my green screen. It's fine.
You look so much better now. You're in the screen. I feel like I'm looking at you. I feel like you're a real thing. You look like a little like Mario brother. Sorry. I was gonna tell you next week. I was letting you play with it at least once before I was like, get rid of that thing.
All right, well there it is. I'll adjust the whole thing better. But this is, at least I'm not freezing up. I'm here. I apologize, everybody waiting in the waiting room. I just got to get myself balanced. And them. I'm looking at the comments in there, and Jill Umberger, who said her high school boyfriend killed himself about 6 years ago. This is who I'm feeling. It was a young man who took his life. So I know you're not in the waiting room, but you are watching the show. So Jill, I just need to say that he wants to tell you how much he loves you and that he is sorry for the pain that he caused you. I also felt that he was a person that would put a lot of pressure on you, make you feel guilty, doing these threats like he's going to take his life. And he realizes the pressure he put on you. And he just wants to say that he is sorry for that. So I just need to address that as well, so you know. Okay? All right. So I'm back. I'm centered. Let's go ahead. You had your own show tonight. There you go. You have a whole room here full of people.
You know what, though, Joseph? Those readings were really important.
Okay.
They were needed. They were absolutely needed.
Well, thank you for taking care of business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I know it's the green room. You were right. Okay. So there goes my green room. And that was the first time I used it, isn't it, for the show? Yeah. All right. Number 7, lucky 7. Lucky 7. Okay. I have number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Tashina, I believe, is how we pronounce it. So I'm going to bring her up to the stream right here. Are you there, Tashina? Show your face so I know you're here before we bring you up.
Oh yeah, she definitely was talking in
the chat. Okay.
In the chat. Yeah.
All right. Welcome. Did I pronounce your name right?
You did.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get my messenger out of the way.
Yeah, we're all having computer problems here.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, welcome. Have you called the show before? Or is this the first time?
This is the first time. A friend of mine recommended you.
Welcome. Thank you for joining Kristen and I. So, how can we help you tonight? And where are you calling from, by the way?
Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. Cary, Indiana?
Winchester, Indiana.
Okay. How can I help you tonight? Or how can we help you tonight?
I'm just trying to find my next step. I mean, I've been taking care of family who passed. My aunt was 95 when she passed in October of last year. And my grandma was 92 the year before that. Now I've been living in her house and I just want to know, I feel lost. Like I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know where to go. I don't know what my next step is.
You know, the hardest thing is that you had a lot of responsibility for family members and you're always taking care of somebody. And now you don't have anybody to take care of but yourself, and you don't know what to do with yourself. And that's the whole thing. And especially with time of COVID, we cannot do anything. We can't go out and we can't do anything as well. You're a person who always has to have a purpose. And the way I feel with the purpose, and you have a child there too, I hear, so you're taking care of a child as well. You're always
my 2 grand boys.
See, you always has a purpose, always taking care of things. But I feel if you volunteer, just like a volunteer at a home, a nursing home, or even hospice volunteer, I feel that you're going to serve a purpose, a need, just to fill that empty void, because you've always been taking care of people. And not saying you're going to be doing that for the rest of your life. I just think you need to have a gradual, because when they pass away, it's like all of a sudden you have no one to take care of. But if you do it for a little bit until, okay, enough is enough, I feel like I have done enough, and you can move away from it. I think this is what you need to do, is put some time either in, like I feel hospice volunteer for hospice care, going in with the patients, talking to them, keeping them company, especially if they don't have family. And then you have a purpose, and then you're filling some of that lost void. You also have your grandkids too there as well for the boy. But what's going to happen is by working in hospice and stuff, you're going to get to the point where you're going to move on, and then you're going to be taking care of more family and everything. So that's right. Okay. I'm going to see if Kristen wants to add a little bit. I know she's looking up the information.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Hi. Okay. Hi. Hi. Okay, so the first card you pulled was sorrow. So there's still a lot of sorrow that's happening in your heart right now. And it is a little bit of a way blocking you from seeing the colors that are in the world, from seeing nature, from connecting with the trees and the bees and the butterflies and the clouds and the sunshine.
Everything an empath is supposed to be able to do, I can't. I'm blocked.
Yes, you're blocked. I can see that. It pulled right up here. Now, there is, so I want to let you know that there's a couple of controlling energies that are around you. So a little bit of some burden, some, you need to do this and you need to go here and this needs to happen and that needs to happen and why isn't this happening and you have to do this. And I don't know where that energy is coming from, but that energy can be weighing down on you and it can really make you feel like you're not really sure exactly how to see and how to move and how to move forward. So
I'll be in there in a minute. I'm sorry.
That's okay. How old are your grandbabies?
They're 3 and 4.
Oh, that's a really great age and a lot of work, huh? Okay.
A lot of fun, though.
A lot of fun. I love to see the world through the children's eyes. You know, there's something very special because they don't have the burdens that we have. So they can see the trees and the bees and the butterflies and the flowers. They can see things that we can't see. So sometimes letting go of every single thing that's happening externally, because you don't have all the answers right now. You don't have all the control right now. You don't have, okay, this is everything that's going to happen. So sometimes moving into their world can be very healing because they see things clearly, a little more clearly than we can see things. So a lot of times, okay, so now I see 2 other things. I do see that they do want you to go spend some time outside and in nature and to connect with your guides. So have you been communicating with your guides and allowing your inner voice to talk to you?
I have not. I don't know how to do that right now. I'm not in a place where I can meditate.
Right. So that's okay for how you're feeling right now. But I would like you to not stay there. And of course, you know this and I know this, but I don't want this to happen day after day after day. So we need to fight for this. We need to fight to be able to speak to our guides sometimes. Sometimes there's a part of us that has to take charge of our lives and get yourself outside.
Wait a minute.
Get yourself outside. Listen to those meditation CDs. Even if you're not feeling 100% good, put them on anyway. Just put them in your earphones. Put them in your phone. Read a book. Listen to music.
Oh, I love to read.
Don't give up on finding that energy and bring that back into your existence, okay? Because I do show, now I'm going to tell you 2 things that might make you happy. I do see a man coming. I see a man. I do. But
finally,
I see a man. But all that stuff that I said, it's got to happen first. All right. So this man is coming, but he's coming when you're feeling better. So don't give up on feeling better. I see some adventure. I see some moves. I see some changes, and I see a beautiful man coming into your life. But you got to do that work first. So if you don't do the work, he's not going to come. And you got some work ahead of you. Okay.
Okay.
Meditate, nature, don't give up. Listen to that music. Find those things that are going to speak to your soul and meet your man because he's coming.
I'm in a reading.
When's he supposed to be calling you back?
Okay.
All right, keep in touch.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Love and light.
Good night. Okay. All right. Good. I think I'm settled in now. I got everything.
Yay.
The back needs leaving and all that. So
Yeah. Look, I mean, you're not like the little person with the big screen, like little. You're like the center focal piece of the screen. You know.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to you. So,
okay.
All right. I got number 1 over here, and I have Anna. So, Anna, get yourself ready. I'm going to be pulling you up here to the screen right now. I hear echoing. Is that me echoing?
We don't hear it.
Oh, yeah, it's my headphones. Hold on, let me put my headphones on. Oh my God, I got my headphones in.
You know what? I'm gonna say sometimes less might be more. I got me, I got my laptop, and everything's working. I got a little baby light right here.
But, oh yeah, wow! It's just, I was so ready. We're talking for like 20 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, and it was fine.
Yeah. Now my headphones don't hook up. That's why I got an echo. All right, give me 2 seconds. One more time.
One more time. You're gonna bring Anna. I'm gonna click on our comments. I forget sometimes to check our comments.
Go ahead.
So Charlotte Underwood says, "Hi guys." Hi Charlotte. Sandra Blackburn's Vane says, "Is anyone around for me?"
Okay.
Tina says, "Hello." Marie Kelly says, "Hi, I'm new here. Trying to get Amanda in here." And Ashley Marie says, "Hello." Savannah. And here's Anna.
Yeah, I can't connect my headphones, so I'm just gonna let it be. Might as well
Can you hear us without your headphones?
There we go. Maybe I just needed to turn them on.
Happens sometimes.
Oh my God. Oh, they're connected. Oh, I don't know. It's like I want to start over again, the whole thing.
All right, I have an idea. Let's do it. Hold on. Let me get my thing. Ready? Here we
Okay,
go,
ready?
This is for you.
Welcome, 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 everybody, to our show. We're gonna have a great evening tonight. We just turned the clock back. The last hour didn't exist. Anna, have you been on our show before? Or is this the first time?
This is my second time.
Your second time. Okay, welcome. Where are you calling from?
Long Island, New York.
Long Island. That's where I was born. So I'm originally Long Island medium since I was born there. How can we help you today?
I lost my best friend last year.
Male or female?
Female.
Okay. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Invite her here. Tell her it's very important that you hear from her. You know, I have somebody who just has a very outgoing sense of humor, and this is how she's coming out, right, me? But I feel it was a tragedy for some reason about how she died. It was unexpected, but tragedy. It was surprised a lot of people. And it's almost like, please don't judge me on how I went. And do not hold it. Do not hold on to that pain that you could have done something, Anna. What I'm hearing from her is that you were the best of friends. You were there for her. You did do what you could do for her, but do not hold on to that pain. I feel like she was struggling in life, but then she hid it very well too. She didn't want anybody to know she was struggling. If I say she did a stupid thing, that makes sense to you? Okay. And she doesn't want you to remember her about the stupid things she has done. She says she has done a lot of stupid things in her life. But she doesn't want you to remember the stupid things. She wants you to remember the fun things. And that's very important to do. She's taking me to a beach, Jones Beach area or anything like that. Hanging out in Jones Beach. She's calling it Jones Beach. Okay. So she's telling me how we all used to hang out as kids, teenagers.
Yeah, we used to go to concerts.
Okay.
Concerts there.
Concerts there? All right. So she's showing me as teenagers and kids going there as well. One time that you had to take her home or something happened to her that she had to go spend the night at your house. that her parents wouldn't find out. Either she got really drunk or high or something like that.
I had to sneak her into my bathroom.
Yeah, there you
with
go.
my dog.
You snuck her into your bathroom with the dog? That's
Yep.
what she's talking about. So she wouldn't get caught by her parents, and you had to sneak her in your house. So she wants you to remember those fun times, and it's very important. She wants you to remember how she lived her life and how she loved her life. We were more than friends. We were sisters, and we could say anything to us. We could talk about anything she said. She just wants to say how much she loves you and how much she misses you. There's a tattoo that she's showing me. And were you thinking about doing some kind of tattoo in her honor, but not did it yet?
Yep.
Okay. So she's talking about, are you going to do it, girl? That's what I'm hearing in her mouth. Are you going to do it, girl? So she's just wondering if you're going to do the tattoo or not.
Yeah, when the money comes.
Okay. So this is what she's saying. She's happy to be here. she's laughing. That's the way. On it. Who's a P, like Patty or anything like that? Is there a P in the family, Patty or Patricia, that you know about or anything like that? If not, I could be going to somebody else because I have Patties in the room I'm hearing. So if anybody can leave a comment in the waiting room that knows a Patricia or Patty on here, I feel like she's making her way. Even who's listening to in the Facebook or YouTube. But I'm going to bring Kristen in here for you too as well. Okay. And thank you. All right.
On Monday, I think. Hi, Anna. So Anna, I guess I will say this. I have lost both of my best friends. So I have 3 best friends. Yeah, I know how you feel. I have 3 best friends. One is Carmen, one is Natalie, and one is Stephanie. And Carmen, I lost to a drug overdose on our birthdays because our birthdays were 4 days apart. Now I think it was 2 years ago.
That's
Natalie.
That's so me and Anastasia's birthdays were 4 days apart.
Yeah, 4 days apart. 4 days apart. So every year from the time we were 11, we celebrated our birthdays together. I'm sorry, 1 second. What? No, she's grounded. My daughter is grounded, and sometimes it's tough being a mother, and she's grounded. And you know what? I said she can come in here and tell me about all the amazing things she's going to do to like convince her mother to let her go somewhere at night. And she was just like, no, blah. And I was like, okay, go to bed. I love her. She's 12, but she needs to go to bed. So what I wanted to let you know is that when I lost Carmen, so at 11 in the 6th grade, that's when we, started doing our stuff. And no matter what I did to try to help her, I couldn't get her to make healthy choices. I did everything. That I could for her. And she still made the choice she didn't take her own life. It was a drug overdose, but in a way it was a slow form of suicide. And I tried and tried and tried for years. I mean, even I had handcuffs. I was like, I'm going to handcuff her to my bed and we're going to get through this together. I was like, I just want to handcuff her. And we're just going to carry her around with me. Like, I didn't know how to, and even to this day, I'm like, I should have gone up there. I should have found her. She was calling me. It was at the point where she was calling me at 4 or 5 in the morning, and shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't. And she's gone. Now, having said that, I feel her more now than I did then. She is so right there for me. I talk to her like I'm talking to you right now. In fact, I still talk to her about stuff like, should I have done this? Is this okay? Sometimes I yell at her like, where are you? Because we should be having Starbucks right now. Like, I need you here with me right now. I'm going through stuff with my kids right now and you're not here and I want you here. And so I hear her apologize and tell me how much she loves me. And she never knew Natalie, but she's up there with Natalie. I see Natalie all the time. Now, Natalie and me had a little tiff before she passed away, and I'll never I'm back to not forgiving myself for not reaching out, for not calling. And then all of a sudden she was gone like this. And now I see them up there together and I hear them and I feel their energy and they talk to me. So I want to let you know that as much as I miss them and I miss their physical touch and I miss being able to really relate and talk to them, trust me, they are right here with me. They have never left me. And now I have my best friend's on the other side talking to me, and they'll even tell me, I don't like that guy. You know that guy's not good. You know it. And I'm like, I hear you. And they're like, no joke. Move on. And I hear them. So I want you to try to work on developing that kind of relationship. And I feel like you still know she's there, but know she's there. She is so there. Really there.
I see it. I have a 6-month-old, and she just like will look around and giggle, and I'll be like, oh, is Anastasia here? And she'll just smile.
Yeah.
Or something will happen, and I'll be like, all right, you cut the shit.
Yeah, my girls are looking out for my kids too, and for me. And I talk to them, and so why? And you will see her again. She just dropped the body. You know, she died beautiful. I mean, we're gonna poop in our pants and wear diapers. So who knows who got the better end of that? All right, stop. I'll stop. But
well, Anna,
yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the
Yeah.
stream.
Thank you for coming, Anna.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
You too. Thank you. Okay. I got my headphones working.
Yay! Oh my gosh. All right, Joseph. Are you ready to get in the game? You need to get your head in the game.
I am. I got my original background. I'm back in the game. My headphones working. The lighting's perfect. Everything's going.
It's only
now.
9:11.
Just took an hour. So
just took an hour.
I just gotta have to plug in all my Alexas back in after I'm done. So, oh, there's my Pat. Okay, my fiance is sitting next to me. His mom is Patricia Pat. Okay, Jessica, tell your fiance I have his mother here, and she has just wanted to say hello. For some reason, she said Jessica was on here before, or a friend of Jessica was here before, and my son needs to call me. So, meaning I'm the phone. So go ahead and give him that message. All right, number 6. Number 6, I have Christine. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Christine up into the room. And let me just change the room setting here real quick, and going to bring you up, Christine. There we go. Hi, welcome. Welcome to a night of love, laughter, and hope. Have you been on the show before, or is this the first time?
This is the first time.
First time. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Florida, Fort Myers.
Fort Myers, on the other coast. I love Fort Myers over there. So how can we help you today?
Well, a friend of mine told me about this, and I've been wanting to see if I can hear from my grandmother. She passed away in 2017, the day after my birthday, in a really bad car accident.
All right, just tell me you need to hear from your grandmother. That's all I need. And then I'll do my best to connect with her. Who's the Maria or Mary, by the way, in the family?
Maria.
Who's Maria? Did she pass away too?
Yeah.
Did she pass? I have a Maria here who wants to say hello too. And I think she just used to like the time we spent together at work, and we used to talk, and we used to get away and just kind of talk in our lunch breaks and things like that. And I don't know if you looked up to her for advice and stuff, because she knew things, and she's telling me that don't worry about things. You're gonna be fine over here. Don't let anybody push you around. That's what I'm hearing on here. So she's just coming around because she just wanted to say hi, and she just wanted to say I love you, and she was just thinking of you. Okay. When we don't have a chance to say goodbye to anybody, it's very hard. And with your grandmother, you didn't have a chance to say goodbye. I felt like she was very outgoing, and she was a very giving, loving person. And you were her favorite, I have to say, meaning that she enjoyed a lot of times with you and doing things with you. I don't know if you ever shopped together or go shopping together as well. But I just have you doing things you would do with a mother. And then, sometimes you think of a little old lady as a grandmother. I don't see your grandmother as a little old lady for some reason. I just think she just does a lot of things. It was an impact. I felt she passed away by the impact. If I tell you that she didn't suffer and she didn't suffer, does that make sense to you? Because I feel she didn't suffer. I felt like she passed away very quickly. And that's one thing we have to hold dear, that she wasn't laid up in bed for days, months, weeks, that she didn't suffer. She always looks after you. Who has the baby, by the way? She's talking about the baby. Is one of your sisters or somebody has a little baby? Is it your sister? Your sister's having a baby. Okay. So she wants to let you know that I can't hear you. I'm sorry. She had her baby 2 weeks ago. There we go. All right. So that's what I'm talking about. So let your sister know that your grandmother's asking about the baby. It's a beautiful baby. Was it a baby girl, by the way? Boy? Okay. That's fine. Okay. I had 50-50 chance on that one. So, but about the baby, she just wants to say that I was there when she delivered the baby boy. And it's just such a beautiful baby. And she's just very much aware. And she promises just to watch over you and your sister and everything. Okay. I want to thank you for coming on tonight and being with us. I'm going to see if Kristen wants to jump on as well, if she has anything to say or not. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hi, how are you? Would you like a reading? Yes?
Yeah, it's hard to
Can we
hear
hear
for some reason. I think your earphones don't, your mic's not picking up as much.
It's not picking up. All right, let me take a breath then. One more. Okay. Wow. Okay, so, oh my goodness. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, it's Christine. Christine, can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Okay, so are you aware that you have some abilities to communicate with kind of things that are unseen on the other side? Are you aware that you have any type of abilities in that way? Yes. So your life here on Earth is meant to kind of develop some of these abilities. You get this from a long line of people who have the abilities to communicate with the other side. So it is a really beautiful gift if you so choose to develop this part of your life. There's going to be a lot of healing that's taken place inside of your energetic field if you quietly, and I want you to keep this to yourself right now, but learn a little bit more about developing these skills and these gifts in your life, because that's where healing takes place, and that's where you're going to find some power within your energetic field. But it is something that I want you to keep kind of internally for yourself. It's not something I want you to kind of put out there and share right now, because I don't feel like the energy around you is really healthy for this type of environment, for this type of development. So having said that, I do see some energy that's around you that is it's a little controlling. So there's some controlling energy that's around you. There's some lack of compromise. And what happens is that energy tends to squeeze and put our soul into a box. And when our soul is in this box, we learn to live within this box, but our soul gets a little tired, a little quiet, and then we learn to internalize everything and keep everything inside of ourselves. All of our gifts, all of our light, all of our treasure, all of our love, all of our faith and our hopes and our dreams, they end up getting kind of stuck. So I want to let you know that you have the ability to have this new vision, like this new way of living, like a light, a way to express yourself, a way to kind of feel that sunshine again, and just a way to allow your soul to soar and be what it's meant to be on this earth. But some of this energy around you needs to move away. I do see that there's some guilt that you're holding into your energetic fields from things that have happened in your past. I also see there's some things that have happened in your past that you're not able to let go of due to the circumstances. So what happens is that energy tends to infiltrate and tends to affect our everyday living and our everyday choices and our everyday decisions and really how we feel about ourselves. So when there's circumstances that we can't let go of, it tends to bring our energy back down, which again keeps our energy inside this little box. And you don't want to live your whole life with it stuck inside here. You know, we want to figure out how to let it go, how to let that guilt go, how to figure out how to move on. Because there's a lot of sorrow that lives here, a lot of sorrow that lives inside of there. And so sometimes that makes it so we can't see clearly, we can't see the truth. We don't have that energy to fight and we're tired. I also do see some energy that's around you that is even a little stronger in that it may not have the best of intentions for you in your life. It may have this pretty face on and it may make you feel like it has the best of intentions, but it doesn't. And again, your soul knows this. Your soul really does know this. So what I'm going to ask you to do is remember how we started it out and we talked about how you have this ability. You're going to need it. You're going to need to get very strong with this ability. You're going to keep it inside of you and you're going to learn how to get strong. You're going to trust your guidance and you're going to learn how to talk to your guides and you're going to study. Go on YouTube, go on meditation CDs, go on Dr. Wayne Dyer, find that light, listen to it in your headphones. So no one needs to know what you're listening to and get strong and get your life back. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling in, Christine.
Thank
you.
Okay.
Check in. Let us know
You're
how
welcome.
things are going. One couple weeks. Let me know. A month.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You take care. Thank you. Okay. Now I'm feeling a little better. I feel more grounded. There we go. So, all right. I'm going to go. We got a few people in the waiting room here. So let's go ahead and
Now, Joseph, so if you're feeling stronger, Eileen really wanted to speak with her mother or her parents, and Christina, I believe she's a friend of Jill's or Christina's, and I read for her, but I know she really wanted to speak to you. And
that's when I was all shuffled up and I was running around and getting everything. Okay, Aline, are you ready to come back on? Yeah, I see she's still there. We'll bring her back on again.
Thank you.
So let me bring her to the stream here. Hi. There we go. Sorry about that last time. I was just moving around and I just wasn't center. Now I'm center. Okay.
It happens.
So who are you friends with again?
Christina.
Christina Pegg?
Yes, we've known each other since high school.
Okay. She has had me a lot of times at her home and everything. And who would you want to connect with today?
My mom, if possible.
Okay. I want you to count 1 to 5 for me and then say your first name out loud 3 times.
Naomi. Naomi. Naomi.
Okay, Naomi. That's all I need. Wow. Did your mom have to be taken care of? I don't know if by you or a family member, but I just have you running around. And she's just telling me that if it wasn't for you, that she wouldn't have lived as long as that she did. And she just wants to say that you have done so much for her that she probably told you before that, you know, sometime when she was alive, she was a person that didn't want to be a bother to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And what she's telling me that she saw how hard it was for you to take care of her, but out of love and respect, she said you did everything for her. And she just wants to let them know that her last days here was beautiful to be with my daughter. And that's the most precious time we have is with our family when it's our last time here.
Yeah.
To spend last moment. We get to say goodbye with them. I have her in a special room that you took care of her in. Did she die at home, by the way?
Yep.
Okay.
I brought her up from Florida and I turned my office into her room.
And that's what she said. She told me she died at home. She wasn't in a hospital or anything. And this is what she's thanking you, Elaine. She's thanking you for bringing her home to you and taking care of her for the last days that she was here.
Thanks.
Red cardinals.
Yeah.
What are the birds? She said the red cardinals come to you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So she says she'll keep setting those cardinals as well.
I have her dog who's with me now, and I take him for a walk. And the other day, I said, I could really use a red cardinal, and then just out of this the side, I had like 4 of them in the
Okay,
trees.
a lot of them then, 4 of them. All right, so
Yeah.
so this is her validation that I always teach that our loved ones are always with us.
Mhm.
And this is her way of letting you know that she was there when you were walking your dog and the 4 cardinals flew down from the tree. It was her way to let you know she was walking the dog with you.
Yep.
And that's her way. But she wants to send her love and just thank you for the bottom of her heart for taking care of her and being there. And that's a memory you'll always treasure all your life.
Yep. Yep.
I want you to drop me an email. I have a book I wrote. It's Speaking to Heaven, and I feel it's going to help you with some closure. I want to send you the ebook on my book for you. Okay,
All
so
right,
drop me an email. It's
I will.
ourjourneyoflife.com or ourjourneyoflife@gmail. I'm sorry. .com.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I will.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad I can. I'm glad Kristen remembered that I was supposed to come back for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night. Okay. So where are you, Kristen? There we go.
I'm here, Red
So,
Cardinals.
you
I
see me
love
all-
it, Joseph. Spirit just is
Yeah,
always sending us
I just-
messages. They always are. And it's nice when we can learn how to read those messages and know that it's from our loved ones. She said I really could use a red cardinal. She was sent 4. That's like our loved one's way of saying, guys, we're here. Hello, we are right here. And we're so sorry you can't physically see us, but we are here. So here. We are not gone. We have not left you.
Yeah, that's how they come through.
Yeah.
Well, we have Amanda and we have Cassandra in the background. So
All right. Well,
if you guys can come up on screen, we'll bring you up so we can see your face. All right, so Amanda's coming up here. We're going to bring Amanda up first. Cassandra, we'll get you next, and we promise we're going to get both of you before we end the show, since I'm an hour behind.
but you're back, Joseph. I can feel
I'm
you.
back. Everything's
You're going
working.
strong.
How are you?
Hello, Amanda Marie. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Have you called the show before, or is this the first time?
I've never called this show before, but I did talk to you when you were on a radio station a few years back.
Okay.
And you told me to
Are you in Palm Beach County, or?
No, I lived in El Paso at the time, and now I live in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Okay. Where did you listen to the show? I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I was in Texas at the time.
Oh, was it an internet show I had?
So yeah.
Yeah, that was you. That's when I was starting out, Journey of Life Radio, and I used to be on every week, and I used to, before we had Zoom and stuff.
That's awesome, Joseph. Boy, you've been around.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while.
Long time. Oh, I love hearing all that testimonials and your videos and your old stuff. I love seeing that.
So what brings you with us tonight?
I wanted to know if I had dad, my brother.
Dad or brother?
Okay. Who died unexpectedly with a heart?
My dad.
Okay. I just felt like he was a person who gave everything to his family and neighbors. He was just a person that was very personable and outgoing, your father. And I just have full of love. I just feel calmingness with him. But he could have took better care of his health, he said. He just ate what he wanted to eat. He says, I'm going to enjoy my life while I can enjoy his life. I think the doctors probably warned him about maybe taking care of himself. Did he have high blood pressure or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
Okay. I think he's just, he could have laid off on the greasy burgers and stuff like that. That's what he's telling me. But he just wanted to live his life. He told me that his heart stopped, and that's how he passed away. Well, who is, okay, I know you're Amanda Marie, but who is the Marie in the family as well? Is there grandmother Marie or anything like that?
I have an aunt who's Maria.
Maria, she passed?
No, she's still here.
How's her health?
I mean, it's okay.
Okay. Because when they ask about somebody who's still alive, sometimes it could be something that's happening with their health. And it's a Marie or Maria that I'm hearing about. So, so I need to bring this up as well. Now I have somebody who died on other unexpected. Was it accidental with your brother or an accident with him?
I don't know. I'm
Does he
hoping.
does he have to say he's sorry too?
Yeah.
I have your father with him. I have your father taking care of him, and he's okay. And he's no longer your brother's no longer going through the things he's going through, the pain. He's no longer in pain. I know you're hoping, but what I'm hearing is I did a stupid thing and I'm sorry. And that's what I'm hearing. But I'm no longer in that pain that I was when I was alive. And it's good to be here with Dad. Did your brother pass before your father, by the way?
No.
Okay. So then the reason why I ask is then your father came for him then, most likely, when your brother passed, to make sure he didn't get lost. And when things happened, do you know if he took his life or anything like that, your brother? Because one thing about suicides, they don't go to hell. They're surrounded by those that love them. And I'm sure your father was the first person he saw when he passed, because I feel your father was surrounding him with love and helping him heal his pain. Your brother is in a good place. He hears the prayers all the time for him. There's a ritual, there's a candle lighting that people do. Is this your mother or you?
No, that's his mother that does that.
Okay, it's his mother who does the candle lighting. So he's very much aware of his mom doing the candle lighting ritual in his behalf as well. There's a picture that you have of your dad and him side by side that I'm looking at. Is there a picture that you have framed or something like that with your brother and your dad together?
I made one of them side by side.
So you had to put them together.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what they're talking about. There's a picture of them side by side. So if you had to take two different pictures and put them together, then they're talking about that picture you made, putting them side by side. And they're funny. They should have had pictures of them side by side for real, but it's always family pictures. It was only a bunch of people, but they just want to acknowledge that picture. Okay. I want to send my love to you. I'm going to offer you my book too, Speaking of Heaven. Drop me an email, and I'll have my assistant send you the ebook link for that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm going to bring Kristen on for you and see if she has anything to add.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Hello, Amanda Marie. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so I have a couple things. I do see that it is time in your life for a transformation. So we know what that means, but basically the way we've been living is not necessarily conducive or fully healthy for our particular soul. It may work for other people, but our particular soul isn't 100% in the best energetic environment for us. So I do see a lot of stress that's around you. So when we have a lot of stress that's around us, it tends to wear our soul down, and it tends to stop us from walking our path of our destiny and stop us from, being a part of the world. It stops us from picking flowers, and it stops us from noticing bees and butterflies and just nature, and just kind of interacting with life and seeing the colors and seeing the beauty and remembering that life is a beautiful place. When we're under a lot of stress, that tends to block, I do see that they want you to kind of break through this. I see that there's, a lot of the sorrow that you've experienced is a main reason why this energy is kind of stagnant and blocked. But there's another energetic force in your life that's a bit suppressive. So some of this suppression energy, and this isn't, it's a person somewhere, or it could be an environment, but it's an external circumstance. It's very suppressing in your soul. Now, what happens is also this energy has this type of, I don't know if it's more like I've made it and the world is good and everything is fine and it's kind of my way and it's, You know, it's always going to be my way, but around them, it's like you're in a glass house and the glass is cracking all around you. So things aren't really the way they seem, yet this person doesn't really want to hear any of that. And that energy, again, is kind of suppressing your energy. So I do see that there's some traveling and some possibilities and some new changes. So I do see some traveling coming up your way. And I just want to let you know, so let that sorrow go. It's time for you to release that energy out. So again, study, do some techniques, and I tell everyone to meditate. I tell them figure out how you need to heal yourself right now, because you're the absolute only person who can heal yourself. You're the only person who can take care of yourself. You're the only person who can free that energy. You know, so you have to stop sending your energy out to everyone else and taking care of everyone else and trying to make everyone else happy. You need to stop that. You need to turn it around, and you need to really focus on yourself and that self-love and self-care and how I'm going to take care of myself moving forward. May seem like it's a little selfish, but right now those are the steps you need to take. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Check in. Come and check in with us. Let us know how you're doing in a little while. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And don't forget to send me an email so I can send you that book.
Okay, I will.
All right. To that time, so we're going to just take the one more. We're going to take Cassandra.
Yeah.
I promise.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're going to bring you up to the stream. There we are. Hi, Cassandra.
Hello.
Have you been on our show before? Or is this the first time?
I've been on before.
You look familiar. So, how can we help you tonight?
I was hoping just to talk to my mom.
Okay. Is there some major decisions that you have to make right now that you're not sure? Maybe has to do work related or something?
Health related.
Health related. All right. The hardest part is not having mom there to discuss this with her.
Yes.
And what I'm hearing is that sometimes we have to do what we have to do. We have to, we can't put it off too long. And that's what she's telling me. Sometimes we're hoping that maybe things will get better. But what I'm hearing with mom is don't put it off. Go ahead and do what you have to do with this. Get it over with. The recovery will be okay. You'll recover from everything. And I think she needed to give you this motherly advice to you because she knows it's weighing heavily on you right now. Okay?
Yeah. I've already done this surgery 3 times, and I guess they want to do it again. So.
All right. So I think she says go ahead and let them do it one more time. It's hard, but it's been weighing on you. And that would be her advice if she was here. And that's why I had to bring it up without you asking the question, because she knew that was bothering you. So that's what mom has to say. I'm going to see if Kristen needs to add a little 2 cents on there, 10 cents or a quarter, whatever.
10 cents or a quarter. I do. I have some interesting things to add. I know that your energy is low right now, and a lot of why your energy is low right now is because of circumstances that have happened in your past. So you have some things that have, in a way, I don't know if they've traumatized you, but they've hurt you enough that every time you want to move forward, you can't, because there's all of this kind of stuff that's happened in the past, and we take 1 step forward and 4 steps backwards in our mind and our energy, and we keep allowing that old stale energy of what's happened come into our present day. And when that's happened, it creates a mind split, and when the mind splits, we teeter on healthy versus unhealthy, healthy versus unhealthy. And a lot of times that unhealthy, especially if we have the combination of the past energy weighs us down. So a lot of that energy ends up feeling unhealthy, and our mind tends to run out of control. And we picked up a lot of these thoughts from our past, from our old belief systems, from people who have said things to us, from situations that have happened to us. And we get all this stuff gets stuck into our head, and it rolls around like this, and it drops our energy. When our energy drops real low, that's when we're not feeling well, and that's when we get sick. So I want you to kind of let this energy go. I see a little bit of relationship stuff, just having a lot of expectations that really aren't necessarily being met in a relationship. I do see some adventure and some change happening. I do see that turning in and finding that self-healing and that self-love and taking care of yourself is very important. So you have a lot of people want to give their opinions, and a lot of people want to tell you what to do, and they want to do, everyone's got these opinions, but right now I need you to just go ahead and cut all those out. Like I said, cut those streams, because every one of those people, they get another stream of your energy and they have another kind of hook in you, and you need to cut those out, because basically you actually have the ability to master all of this here on this earth. So if you do these few moves, get rid of that past, keep your energy inside of yourself, let those expectations go in your relationship, heal that mind split, get that mind, get some meditation practices, get some spiritual health, situations in there. Again, you have the ability to release this energy, to heal those that are around you, to gain that beautiful relationship with the universe, to gain that relationship with your guides, to hear straight from your mom. You don't need Joseph or me. You can actually speak directly to them. So you have such a beautiful life ahead of you. That's just really like this mastery level, like guru, spiritual, amazing light worker, healer, blah. But you have to do a little bit of that work and let go of some of that energy and let go of that past, and you'll be able to move forward and be able to have that life that you want. Okay? Because don't give up. Yeah. Okay. Have that life. It's a beautiful life. I can see it.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Cassandra,
And
for
let us know
joining
how
us.
things go. Okay? Keep us
I will.
posted.
I watch you guys every Wednesday, so.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mwah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Okay. So
All right, my darling. Yes, I believe it is. It's that time.
it is that time. We went over. Now I know what not to do. When we had the room full, and I think the green room doesn't work when it's filled. Because Ely Meat and I did this show. I just did this Tuesday on here with my backdrops and everything. It was fine. But we only had like 4 people in the waiting room. This time we had 12 and 12. It just kept on filling up. So I think that's what it is.
Yeah, real quick, while if anyone's listening, tell me about do you have any upcoming news or anything you want to say about Ilanit or about you popping up, doing some random shows? Do you have any workshops coming up or anything?
Well, I have the Joseph Changing Lives show, and it's a spontaneous show. It's when I have free time. I may just pop up for a half hour or an hour just to get on. Whoever wants to get readings or talk spiritual concepts with me. I may bring some people, some guests on. Like I brought Ilanit. She's a spiritual teacher on, and she's going to be joining us too on Tuesday, where she's going to have her own show. I wish I had a banner to put up. I could show it to you, everybody. But she's going to have her own show in here, and she's very spiritual, knowledgeable as well, and everybody's going to enjoy her.
Is she going to be doing readings, Joseph?
Yes, she does. She does Kabbalah readings. She does astrology. She does some card readings too. So she'll be doing readings for people. She's a spiritual counselor, so she'll be giving counseling about, and she has a background. She has a degree in counseling too. So it's not just she's a spiritual counselor, psychic. She's also has a master's in it too. So
yeah, she's enlightened. She's an enlightened soul, and she's very gifted. And I'm glad to have her part of our team.
Well, I learn a lot from her.
Yeah, she's very special.
Yeah, she has taught me a lot about Judaism and the Torah, and about Kabbalah and all that
Kabbalah.
Yeah.
I know about Kabbalah because of you. Did you know that?
Really? Wow.
Yes, because you had a client that I met at one of your events. I don't think it was our event. I was a man, and he had a daughter. I don't know, a man and a daughter and a wife. You know them.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah, and they had me work and work with their daughter for a while. So I think that was like 8 or 10
Now I
sessions.
remember.
And then we all went to the Kabbalah class together. Me, Gary, and the wife. I
And
think I brought
Tammy.
Alex, Tammy. Yeah,
Tammy.
that's how I know about Kabbalah. They actually bought me. In fact, maybe you can talk to Ilani. I have an entire set of these Kabbalah books, lots of them, and they're beautiful. And I don't know what to do with them because I can't understand a lot of it, but I have them and they're brand new in a box.
About it. She knows all that.
Yeah, maybe she will want them, or she'll know who to give them to who could use them, because I don't know what to do with them. They're like $1,000 or something. I don't know, but again, something like that. And so Joseph, I'm gonna also do my random pop-up shows. I was gonna do one today, but I'm gonna do my random pop-up shows.
There it is. Zohar. She just popped up.
Yeah, I have all of the Zohars, never been opened, and I would love for someone who's going to love them and need them and do something with them to have them. And I don't even know, even if I donate them to someone will want them, I know. So I need to put them, that's why I've kept them, and I need them to go to a nice place.
Well,
and
maybe I might be interested in it.
You can borrow one, and I'm going to guarantee you're going to get through a chapter and be like, okay, we're going to donate.
Yeah, I can.
It's like 13 Bibles or something. It's quite intense.
Taurus.
Yeah. Then I think I don't know. It's back. It's a beautiful thing, but
okay.
Anyway, so I'm also gonna do some random pop-up videos, and I'm gonna do some YouTube videos explaining these cards because I'm reading them a lot, and they all have their meanings, and I know that people want more meanings, so I'm gonna put them on YouTube. So that's coming. I keep saying it, but it's coming.
Good. All right. So we got through. Next week,
did it.
No problem. I know what's going on, and I should have no internet problems next week. So,
all right.
She keeps on texting us with their call. They work.
Yeah, about what they mean. Oh, well, maybe if she tells me a little. I mean, Gary told me about them. Gary loved them. I mean, it's like the Course in Miracles for
right.
the Zohar. Or yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. They are. They're beautiful.
All right. So I'm gonna exit out. I'm gonna exit out with a video.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Have a good week.
You'll be back on Monday.
I will see you on Monday. Do your meditation. Stay in the light. We need your energy. Light and love.
You'll see me when you see me. I'm gonna pop in and out whenever I want to pop in and out.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Me too. Bye.
Is there more to life than what we know? Written by world-renowned psychic medium Joseph Labruto III. Through this amazing collection of channeled messages, you will find the answers to the most basic questions asked by humanity. This book is truly a spiritual journey and awakening to find God. Ron Ash, book reviewer, said, "I found this book extremely difficult to put down." To order your copy of Is There More to Life Than What We Know, visit us at ourjourneyoflife.com. Experience the power and healing of sacred geometry. Joseph Labruto III has put this divine information into affirmation cards. Each card and symbol has been invoked with the divine energy of our Creator, archangels, and ascended masters. Each card is given an affirmation beginning with the words, I am, meaning the strength of God. Receive protection, heal trauma, and manifest all of your desires with the help of these cards. To get your set, go to ourjourneyoflife.com today.